Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in today. Today I'm going to show you how we make this basic, very simple body butter. It's whipped carrot and turmeric body butter made with essential oils and pure carrier oils. So first you're going to need a bowl to combine all these wonderful butters, and I'm going to show you the butters one after the other, and you can get a feel of how they look. So this is tamanu butter, which is one of the softest butters that we carry. Um, yeah, we always go with mango butter, which is one of our best sellers, and that's muru muru butter, a silky butter, very soft, and it has a silicone kind of texture, and that's kokum butter, which you want to always have handy in the summer months. So that's all the butters there, and then we move on to the oils. That's apricot candle oil, which is a very clear oil, and golden jojoba oil, which is a liquid wax basically. Very good for the skin, very good for the face. And we also include a bunch of carrier oils in this butter. I always like to add as much carrier oils as possible, and that's turmeric, carrot, hempseed oil, grapeseed oil, and so many other oils that give this darker color in the end. But you would find out something at the end of the video. Even though you have darker oils, some other oil kind of prevailed in terms of color. So now we move on to melt the butters down, and we got this golden bright color when we melted the mango butter with the other carrier oils. With the other butters. And this is a mixture of carrier oils. You can see turned out to be dark green in color. And when you incorporate it with the melted butters, it just has this color that comes out. I like to do this. It's kind of weird, but I just like to watch the melted butter and the oils just get incorporated together. It's very therapeutic for me. All right, so now I put it in the refrigerator and it solidified a little bit. In the summer, it's hard to, because sometimes I like to leave the butters out to get solid when it's cold, but then I have to put it in the fridge in the summer. So that's what you end up with. I don't like it getting too solid. It just has a little bit of a thick layer on top before I then start to incorporate it together with my whisk here. And you can see the initial color that the butter came up with when I brought it out of the refrigerator. So notice the color just changes into a yellowish color. This is because of the turmeric oil that is incorporated into this mix. So we had a bunch of other oils, and you'll find more of them in the description box. We have grapeseed oil, hempseed oil. These are very dark green colored oils, but the turmeric oil kind of like prevailed in terms of color. So you want to really use highly potent carrier oils, high quality oils, to be able to get a nice color in the end, and also a very potent butter that would do what it says on the label basically. So notice that it was a bit more liquid, and what I do, I just leave it out for a little bit, because if you just continue whisking it just takes longer. So I just allow the cocoa butter to do its job, and it gets a bit thicker, and then I just go ahead and continue to whisk it up. So you can also incorporate butters like shea butter if you like. I omitted that in this mix because I wanted the carrot oil to come through in terms of color. Shea butter is very domineering. I mean, I love it, but sometimes you want to see how other butters and oils perform in the mixture. So you can leave some some of these overpowering butters out of the mix sometimes, if you can afford to, because everybody loves shea butter. It's actually a gift of God to us. God doesn't like ashy skin, I'd say, so that's why He gave us shea butter. So it just gets thicker and thicker because the cocoa butter, that's what it does. It thickens the mix, and that's why people use it to make soaps and deodorants, because it solidifies the actual product. And you can also use things like beeswax if you don't want to use butters to thicken. You can also use beeswax. We carry one of the best grades of beeswax. Beeswax is something that you really want to go for the premium quality to avoid the smell of chemicals in your products. So some of the beeswax that people sell, they use some kinds of chemicals to preserve the beehives. But if the product is organic, you're not supposed to use those chemicals. That's why it's always good to go for organic beeswax, better than other beeswax brands, obviously. You can also go for vegan waxes like candelilla wax, and just ordinary emulsifying wax can also work. I always like to scoop down the sides to make sure that I don't get any surprises when I get to the bottom of the product when I'm scooping it out. So that's basically one of the things I like to do. And just to show how thick this butter ended up looking, this I just like to stir it and stir it just to show how it comes up to look. So one of the main things you would find about body butters is that they tend to behave differently in times of different weather. So for example, in the summer, it will be harder to get your butters very thick if you don't use butters like highly paid nut butter and cocoa butter. You would have some problem trying to thicken it up, especially if you add too many oils. So it's all about just getting a balance to the butters, and also it depends on what you're looking for in terms of how you want it to feel on your skin. Like I've gotten used to thicker butters. Lotions would never do it for me again. So the thicker the better for me. So when it gets to this point, obviously you want to scoop it into your containers. And I don't like to do the piping. A lot of people have suggested I just pipe it into the containers. It's just a lot more work, and you end up wasting some of the product because of the bags that you scoop it into. But with this, I get everything out of the container and into my jar, basically. So nothing gets wasted. So that's pretty much it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. We actually sell this on our website. This is what I make for my family. So when I'm making butters that I film, I don't make the ones we sell online. This is what I make for my family. But when we make the ones we sell, we make that in our facility, which obviously is not in my kitchen, as you can see. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and we would be doing a giveaway pretty soon. We also have an ebook that we just released some months ago, where you can find different tips, different methods to get different colors to your product. Like if you want to, you can actually color your butters using carrier oils and essential oils. You can notice how we went from this to what we have right now. So you can use oils like these. They are very thick colored oils, and they would have some impact on your end product. So you can see how the turmeric oil came through in this body butter very strongly. It ended up being quite yellowish because of the turmeric oil. And if you want it to be a bit brownish, you can incorporate things like pumpkin seed oil, which I showed previously. So this is what we end up with, a very thick, creamy butter that your family and friends will love. The holidays coming up, be sure to pamper them and stay blessed. Stay safe, everyone.